Okay guys, as you can see I've had the section masked off. Uh, so now we're gonna take some scotch brite and we're gonna dislodge all the loose rust and clean the area up, and then we're going to paint on some crud cutter onto there. When I say paint on, I mean brush on, and let it do its magic. Whatever it does, I think it turns the iron oxide into ferric phosphate, if I'm not wrong. It also has some kind of other magic voodoo inside it that apparently gives it a protective layer. Now, yeah, let me clean this area off and I'll get back to you. So I cleaned up that entire portion with some scotch brite. I knocked the loose rust off, and then I cleaned it with some isopropyl alcohol. Uh, now I'll apply the crud cutter and yeah, I'll get back to you. So I finished brushing on the crud cutter on there. The directions instruct me to leave it on there for about 30 minutes since this is cast iron. Um, as an example of what would have happened if I had not cleaned the surface with alcohol and just brushed on this stuff. Here's the example. As you can see, the oil has gives the surface a different surface tension, and yeah, this thing won't stick on there. Okay, it won't soak into the metal. It will kind of just bead up like over there, and it won't be able to do its job. So you have to clean the surface properly with alcohol and remove all the dust, the grime, the oil, the sweat, everything over there, and do it properly. You can already see that it's kind of going black. It actually went blue and then now it's going black. This is what it does as per my experience. This is cast iron, so it's kind of like a little more darker than it would have been if it was steel. Uh, so yeah, I'll get back to you in 30 minutes, since the directions tell us to wait 30 minutes, and yeah. So I'm waiting here, and if you see, the color is actually changing to kind of like a white. Uh, Usually, when I'm trying this on steel, it will just go like a blue and then go black or something like that. On cast iron, it's slightly different. So actually, on steel, it also used to turn little white here and there, but it it wasn't as widespread as this. So yeah, we let this do its thing for 30 minutes. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's actually been more than 2 hours. I wanted it to, do its thing and complete the chemical reaction. As you can see, there's like a really good layer of, I think that's ferric phosphate. Uh, it might also have some kind of other stuff in it, because that crud cutter is not just phosphate or phosphoric acid. It actually has a lot of other stuff in it as well. So yeah, I think that's done. So now, well, you can do a couple of things. You can either paint it directly onto that. It's actually, if you go to the website, Rust-oleum website, you'll see that they say that you can do that. Or you can clean it up uh, and then apply primer and then paint it, which is what I'm going to do. So it's really cool to see that it's the rust has been converted and everything is white over there. If I left it like this, uh, they say that for at least 12 months it will protect against rust, that white layer. uh, but I'm not going to risk it, especially since, well, one, it looks ugly. I think I'm going to paint it black and get it done and over with. So yeah, so I'm going to clean it with alcohol, and then I'm going to put some primer on there and paint it up. I'm actually going to go ahead and remask a couple of areas because you can see the tape has kind of delaminated. So yeah. So I masked off the entire bike. Well, not the entire bike, but this portion right here. I know it looks like shit, but there is a method to this madness. And there we go. That's the only portion that's exposed. Everything else is masked off. Clean that side. So yeah, I won't be able to record while I'm painting because, well, I can't do it one-handed. I'm going to have to use a torch on my with my other hand so that and the ambient light is enough, but I don't want to like risk it overspraying somewhere and ruining the paint job of the bike. So yeah, there you go. You can see it now. So yeah. So first thing I'm gonna do is going to be painting it with some primer, and the directions say that I have to leave it for about an hour to dry, and then either go on it with a second coat or just go to paint after that. So yeah. So I applied the first coat. The directions say that I have to wait a couple of minutes and apply two or more coats. So I think I'm going to apply two coats and call that done, because if you go too thick, then you'll have the same problem that I had previously, which is the paint cracking off, and yeah. So I just finished applying the second coat, and yeah, the directions say that I have to wait about 1 or 2 hours before applying the paint. Uh, so yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm glad that I put all this masking because even though these Rust-oleum cans, they seem pretty small, they actually put a lot of volume of this paint out or this primer out. So as you can see, the overspray, it's been stopped. Uh, Trying to get this stuff off of paint or even like chrome is a real bitch, because it's not like a real thick layer of paint that you can peel off. It's like real light, like spray, so it's really difficult to get off. So that's why I took the time. It took me about, I think, 40 or 50 minutes to do all this masking. Even though it looks like shit, there is actually a lot of care that went into putting this masking in. A lot of tape as well. So yeah, I'm going to wait an hour, and yeah. Okay guys, so it's been more than an hour now. I think around 1 hour, around 80 minutes or something, and it's completely dry. To check if it's dry, don't touch the actual surface you have painted. Check the masking, and yeah, now it's dry. Now we are going to paint it with some high heat paint and get it over with. I'm not going to paint the engine enamel, so I'm going to be painting this one, and I'll try to see if I can record while I paint. The trick is to use it around 10 inches from the surface that you're painting. If you're too close, you'll get too thick of a coat. If you're too far away, you'll probably, well, have too thin of a coat, obviously. So let me start painting this, and yeah. So we saw, so we completed 2 coats of high heat flat black paint. Let this focus for a second. Yeah, it's a little difficult to focus for the camera due to the newspaper and stuff giving out a lot of glare. But we completed 2 coats, and the instructions state that I should wait around 2 to 4 hours. Right now it's around 1:22 in the night, so we're going to let this dry overnight, and I'll get back to you in the morning. Uh, so once this is done, there's like a whole process to cure the paint. Since this is high heat paint, if it was like regular paint, we could have, there's no necessity of going through the process. But since this is high heat paint, we have to go through the baking process. Since this is on the bike, we can bake it on the bike by letting the engine run for a few minutes, and yeah.